I'm ABSS Public Information Officer Les Atkins. As you've probably heard, summer mold has been an issue at some of the schools here in the district. Mold is actually more common than you think here in North Carolina. To address this, ABSS has hired contractors to thoroughly clean affected areas, and we're adjusting air conditioning systems to maximize fresh airflow and circulation. With the first day of school right around the corner, we wanted to have a chat with an expert. That way parents, teachers, and staff can feel more at ease and informed about getting back to that school routine. Scott Sumner is an industrial hygiene expert with ESG. He has degrees in biology and construction systems and has worked in the industry for many years. His expertise is in indoor air quality and mold remediation.
There's mold inside of buildings, mold problems inside of buildings that happen all the time. And it's just something that if it's dealt with in the right way is completely and totally safe. In this particular case, the water issue was a humidity problem because the HVAC wasn't functioning properly. And I think they've got that resolved now and it's fixed, and they're working on that. But in North Carolina, when the relative humidity is above 60% for about 8 months out of the year, all it takes is for the relative humidity indoors to be above 60% for more than about 4 or 5 days, and some of those dry building materials, the dry substrates, can start to absorb water. And if there's a mold spore inside the building, which there's mold spores in every building, unless it's a clean room or a hospital or something that has a mechanical system that's controlling that kind of thing, that mold spore is like a seed and it can start to grow. So if you've got a mold spore on drywall, and the humidity levels go up above 60% indoors, mold can start to use that drywall paper as a food source, and it can start to grow. When you do a mold remediation, there's basically 3 steps. The first step would be to HEPA-vac every square inch of a room. That would be walls, floors, ceilings, any content items that are inside the room. The second step would be to wipe and or spray an antimicrobial on all the horizontal and vertical surfaces and all the content items. And then the third step would be to HEPA vacuum everything again. At that point, they seal it off, and we come back in and we do our testing to make sure they didn't miss anything. So it's really a complicated process. Yeah, I would not hesitate one bit to send my kid to this building after remediation has been handled properly. And I think the district has got some plans in place to have some ongoing monitoring once this project is complete, maybe quarterly, to come in and test the building to make sure everything's still safe.
Of course, this video shows how we handle large-scale mold incidents. ABSS now has a plan in place to evaluate and address smaller-scale concerns at all of our campuses, in addition to monitoring our HVAC systems for quality air control. We appreciate Scott talking with us today. We will continue to communicate with families regarding next steps. We are excited about this upcoming school year, and we look forward to welcoming our students, teachers, and staff to clean, healthy classrooms.